Please stand by. Your call is very important to us. Please stand by. Your call is very important to us. Please stand by. Your call is very important to us.
There we go. Now I should have audio, I think.
Please stand by. Your call is very important to us.
There we go. Now I should have audio. All right. Now, theoretically, we are not looping, and I have audio, and everything is
ready. There we go. Now I should have audio.
So, I apologize for the tech issues. It's early, and we're all undercaffeinated. Welcome to twitch.tv/the Onyx Path for session 5 of playing Fetch in the Realms of Pugmire. We took a couple weeks off for the holiday and for the lovely Extra Life campaign. I want to thank everybody that may have been here that went over and supported Dork Tales during that. Thank you. And now we are back to continue our tale. During that, thank you. When last we met, and now we are back. You were all on the Acid Sea, just outside of Stormheart, sort of near the pile of wreckage of various ships that have tried to dock there. Does that sound about right? You had just crafted a raft, and you were going to try to sail that sucker up to the shore.
Mm-hmm.
So who is going to drive the raft?
Not I, said the dog.
Hey, I made the thing.
Yeah.
Would the captain be the best person for that?
It'll be a traverse check if that helps.
Okay. Give me
I've got that
sec.
skill. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sorry, we need character for sheets for this, don't we?
That helps.
Sheets are helpful.
I woke up at 7:53 and we were on stream by 7:55.
I'll tell you who doesn't have traverse. This guy.
I don't have it either. So I mean,
I do not. It's all you, man.
All right, give me a regular old traverse check if you don't mind, please.
Please refresh me. It's been a while since we played. Because I have traverse, I get or don't get advantage. Or
you don't get advantage. What happens is you would make your dexterity check, and then you'd add your proficiency bonus to it.
Okay.
We got this. You got this.
Lucky 13.
Excellent. That is sufficient for you to avoid any major pitfalls. As you're coming up, you can definitely see, now that you're like right on the water, as you're sifting toward it, you can definitely see the skeletal remains of previous crews who have tried to make this journey sort of at the bottom of the relatively clear water near the edge of this beach. The skin has long been melted away by the corrosive nature of the acid sea, but the bones remain bleached at the in the sand. But you do pull ashore. The beaches here are more rocky than sandy, and you can see some various driftwood and detritus from the wrecked ships and washed up cargo. Everything is pretty much just a hot mess of wreckage until you get to the rocky edge. Getting the raft up out of the water, in order for you to get up, you're going to have to scale a little bit of rock to get up to the actual flat surface of the island. So you need to pull that raft up with you. So what that's going to require is everyone to make a strength check that would rely on either traverse or...
That is a 9 plus...
I would say athletics. Is athletics in Pugmire? Let me triple check here.
I can do no arcana. I can do no history.
A history of pulling rafts on rocks.
Oh, actually, it's quite
What is
interesting if
this
you really.
history?
It all began with the whatever we call them. What do they call them?
Oh, I apologize. It would be balance. I would allow balance in place of
Yeah, I have that.
So
Traverse.
not traverse.
traverse or balance. Either one of
Oh, okay,
those would be
gotcha.
fine. If you're using
Yes,
traverse,
yes.
it's going to be strength. If you're using balance, it's going to be dexterity.
It is still a 9. Wait, yeah.
Dexterity
still
is a
9.
bit better for me.
I was wondering if I could also kind of do a notice check just to see if anything in the wreckage as we go along,
Oh, sure.
is worthy of note.
Sure. What did you get on your? Or did you make your traverse check to climb
I
it?
haven't made it yet. I will though if you want me to do that first.
No. Go ahead and make your wisdom check first.
Okay. $14 on that one.
And that includes your proficiency bonus, right? Because you have notice.
Does
Excellent.
indeed.
So, as you're looking around, there are various sort of trinkets and possibly even things that might count as fixes down among the detritus. The problem being is it would require you to take a dive into the acid sea and swim around and fish for them. If you want to take the time to do so, you may do so.
No.
All right. Excellent.
Okay, so my traverse check, I got wait, no. A 12.
Excellent. And what did Liam get on his traverse check?
So if I go with the balance dexterity, and I'll get 12, but otherwise, if I have to use strength, that's -1.
No, balanced dexterity is fine. So you get a 12. So you're all sort of scooting your way up, and Dr. Bones loses grip about halfway up. Now, with the result that the captain was able to roll, the 15, you're able to extend your foot out in time for for Dr. Bones to catch it. And so therefore you wind up climbing the rest of the way, dragging Dr. Bones with you. What is your strength score, Captain?
My strength score is +1, so it's 13.
Okay, so you're able to drag him with very little difficulty, very little challenge. That all works out pretty well for you, and you're able to eventually make your way to the lip of the edge. And as you make your way there, you can see definitely off in the distance a very clear tower that extends from the ground. This is, you were told, the location of the item you were supposed to be gathering.
Ooh. You got your land legs there now, Sonny?
Thank you for the assistance, Captain. I'm not sure what came over me there.
Well, almost a boat came over you. Luckily, it didn't.
Huh?
And then you almost went over the rocks into the water.
Oh, yes, I suppose this is true. I'm not designed for this type of adventuring, I think. Getting a bit old.
Well, I'm pretty sure you can teach an old dog new tricks, no matter what they say. Let's go find some adventure.
Like maybe in that tower?
You start making your way towards the tower.
Well, I mean, that's my suggestion. Don't tell what to do. I'm not the captain.
I actually like the look of that little cave over there.
I believe you had been told that what you were seeking was in the tower, if I recall.
Correct, yes.
And you see
go
that the Lonely Tower is on a rise above the general plateau of the rest of the island. There are small clusters of trees dotted about its general region, and the whiteness of the tower appears to be mainly due to the type of stone from which it is constructed. maintaining its overall color from the bleaching it gets from sun and salt spray. You do see an entrance in the base with external stairs winding up to narrow balconies that frame completely open entrances into the tower. There are at least 3 such balconies rising up the sides of the tower on each side of the octagonal structure. A final transparent structure with opaque roof capping the whole thing, and a large flame burning in a brazier inside. Brightly and largely enough that you can see it, the light from it, even in the daylight. As you make your way in that direction, you eventually come upon a hard, stony path, broken or sunk into the soil in some areas, but it does connect the lonely tower to the forests to the south. There seems to be some sort of strange mineral construction of this road. There, it's not natural stone. If anyone would like to make a no history check.
Why, yes, I think I would.
Yeah, I also have no history.
And go for it.
The
Excellent.
dog and the cat working together?
Working
Beautiful.
together? No, more like
we're
if I
working
get
against
higher,
each other.
I'm gonna prove it wrong.
I got a 14. That's not that hard.
It becomes a quiz show.
So I got a nat 20. So does
Oh.
Liam get to show off and feel good about himself?
Well, that's it.
Liam does get to show off. As Dr. Bones, you realize that this is these stones are some sort of mysterious construction that dates back to the age of man.
Some sort of mysterious construction that dates back to the days of man.
And Liam, you are clearly aware that this is a magical material known as asphalt.
Okay.
that the old ones created through alchemy and mud and water.
There's nothing mysterious about it at all, dog. In fact, this is asphalt. Made by hand.
Language.
There's something. What? Well, I mean, yes, of course, but that doesn't make it any less special. It's a relic of the old ones. It deserves its proper respect.
Indeed it does. Indeed it does. In fact, I've heard that one of the best ways of paying respect to asphalt is to lick it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you should go play in it.
What?
So sorry.
Comfortable about the talk of licking ass?
Well, you know, that shouldn't really be that strange for dogs, no, should it?
Honestly,
Or cats, for that matter.
you know, anniversaries
I'm better than
and
that.
weddings, and yeah, he'll lick it. He's not ashamed to put his tongue where his mouth is.
So sorry.
Sure.
What have you wrought?
Make a wisdom check. And if you have notice, you may add
Oh
that.
my god.
13. This is the dice of middle
Loving
rolls.
those
We're gonna
13s,
switch.
yeah.
You taste you taste, well, dirt and sort of a roughness to the thing, but you smell, more
Pretty.
importantly, you're fairly certain sort of the odor of a bird folk of some kind. You're fairly certain that someone has passed through here fairly recently.
Well, a bird's been by here. I can tell that. Thank you, Asphalt, for giving away the secrets of your past. Pat.
I could see the white spots, and I could have told you that for no licking required.
I'm a little glad I didn't taste those.
That's valid. You do seem to have a clear path up to the tower itself.
I wouldn't mind doing a notice check too, just to see if I can find any kind of traps or
Sure, go for it.
more things that people shouldn't lick or anything like that.
More things they should.
Hmm.
Use all of the senses to identify your surroundings.
18.
You don't notice anything else in terms of the road itself, but you do see just a flitter of movement up in the this clear structure atop the tower, almost like a shadowy winged creature, like the shadow of a winged creature moving between the light and the window that you're seeing it through for just a moment, as if someone was maybe glancing around the edge or running past the light real quick. But it definitely appeared to be upright, uplifted, and it definitely appeared to have wings.
I convey that to the group.
Is that good? Who else is supposed to be here? Is anyone?
To the best of your knowledge, no, this place is lost routinely, and is only found the once every 10 years. If there's as far as you know, there's no one native to the island, but there's very rarely ever been a survivor returned from it.
Oh, now you tell us.
Someone been living here this whole time.
Well,
Or
just be
someone-
careful as we go up the stairs and stuff, and have our weapons out or our magic ready to go. Let's go. Let's go bird hunting.
I like that.
I bet you do. I was thinking of you when I said it.
So you're making your way up the tower?
Mhm.
Awesome.
I figure if I can get the cat fixated on birds, it makes the probability of me getting swatted around like a toy all the better. All the lesser, I guess I should say.
Excellent.
I'm not into that.
You make your way up.
My safe word is rutabaga.
You make your way up to the stairway, and as you start going up the stairs of this tower, you can see that the stairs themselves are constructed from the same stone as the tower, but there seem to be places where they've broken out and been patched out with like what looks like salvage from some of the shipwrecks.
Mm.
So like a place where the stairs might have been crumbled, it's been reinforced with boards, with plastic laced boards, things of that nature.
So this island is submerged for 10 years at a time, subject to the acid sea.
Theoretically, that's what the theory goes.
Okay. I think since there might be something up above, I would like to do the 1-2 punch of sneak and notice.
Okay, so you're gonna try to move up the stairs stealthily.
I suppose so.
There's not a whole lot of place to really hide here.
I was thinking, yeah.
You're basically just hugging the wall. Now you can, if you so choose. There is a door that leads to an interior of the tower if you want to try to explore and see if there's a way up inside of it.
What I was thinking is maybe if the group does the opposite of sneak as they walk up, I scout ahead, and just that way they're kind of making a bit of a diversion. While I just hug the wall and look for stuff. I guess is that a plan that sounds okay to folks? I mean, unless you want to go
couldn't-
inside.
Yeah, I couldn't be more helpful if I tried.
Okay. So you want to, but you do want to remain outside in doing so.
I mean, going inside does have its appeal. That's for sure. What's the group think?
Well, I'm curious about the bird. And also, like, what we actually came here for. So.
Yeah, that too.
Treasure. Hi, baby.
Yeah.
Do we want to split the party? Because if Liam wants to keep an eye on the bird that might be coming and warn us if it arrives, if our rodent friend wants to go explore around the outside of this temple, Dr. Bones, if you would like to go inside with me, because that way you know what we're looking for, and I
This is
can
true.
perhaps help if something arrives.
A splendid idea, Captain.
Does that sound all right?
all right. So,
Why don't I go up with Liam instead of
There you go.
around the perimeter? Because I don't think it looks like there's much around the perimeter worth stuff. So, again, I could kind of sneak ahead a little bit.
so which group is going in where?
Me and Kelly are going inside.
We're going in.
All right.
Going in.
We're going.
All right. And then Liam and Brisby are going to be taking the outside stairs. So if you're both trying to be sneaky, you may both make a stealth roll. Those are, or a sneak roll, I'm sorry. Those rolls are going to be made at a disadvantage because you're climbing up an exterior staircase that's like wide enough for two people to work at the same time. There's not a whole lot of hidey holes. So let you go ahead
To have
and
my proficiency bonus, I just have to take the lower of 2 rolls, right?
correct. So you may both make that sneak check.
I don't have sneak as a skill.
So it would be just a straight dexterity check then.
17.
9.
Ooh, 17.
Nice.
I am
And that's-
struggling a little.
That's with a disadvantage though? So you have to roll twice and take the lower.
No,
I rolled
it's
it.
17 without the disadvantage. So what was the disadvantage?
You roll again,
again and get-
and you take whichever one is the lower number.
All right. Once my cat relinquished the control of the mouse. Hi.
Classic.
Yeah.
Cats and mice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine has been particularly attention seeking this morning as well, so don't feel bad.
Stereotypes.
I don't know where mine is.
Just for clarity,
Oh, 7.
Excellent. So we had a 9 and a 7. All right.
no, for her, my lower roll was 17 actually, and then I had my proficiency bonus still, but I don't add my dex modifier, right?
No, yeah, dex and
You had both.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice. That's the way I have been doing. I was like, oh my god, am I double loading shit? So I rolled a 17 plus 5 plus 4, so
all right. So as you're
26.
moving along, Liam, like you step along up, get about halfway up the tower, and you realize you don't even see where Brisby went.
Oh, there. Oh, no.
I'll get back to you all as you're going out through the outside of the tower. As you step into the inside of the tower, you look and you can see that the place is heavily dusty. There's definitely signs of people living in here. There is relatively fresh food on a mess table. And it seems like the table, one of the chairs, and a couple of areas seem to be cleaned of dust as if they are routinely used. The rest of it just sits fallow. But something immediately catches Dr. Bones's eye as you see a fireplace, and on top of that fireplace is a mantle. On that mantle, a frame, a rusty metallic frame that has a dust-covered piece of glass in the middle of it.
Oh, what? What is this? He will investigate it. What does he find?
You grab it. Are you going to try to brush the dust off?
Absolutely.
As you clear the dust, you see a picture of the tower, like a remarkably lifelike painting of the tower itself. And in front of the tower, you see what you can only assume are two depictions of the old ones. You see a man that looks... they both look lanky. One looks almost sickly and has a very thin beard. They're both wearing some strange hats. The second one, slightly shorter, also thin and sickly, but has a very full grown out beard and just super funky teeth. And is wearing like a traditional sailor's hat. And you see the two of them standing side by side. The one with the long beard is like leaning on a shovel. And it appears, and the one...
Are there seagulls? Are there seagulls?
There are seagulls in the picture, yes.
Yeah.
It's in black and white.
Of course. Is it a really square frame?
It's a very square frame. You're looking at. The guy with the beard greatly resembles Willem Dafoe.
I was really like, does he look like a friend or a foe? Does he look like Dafoe? But you beat me to it. All right,
I just want to call him Robert.
Or Bruce.
Yeah.
He's gonna put it in his bag. This is a holy relic.
Yeah, that's fair. There are very few surviving depictions of the old ones. So
this belongs in a museum.
Nice. There's one for the fortune bowl, which I need to. So you're at 11
It's not theft,
in the group.
If I think it's not.
As you are rifling around, why don't you both make a wisdom using notice, if you would.
Does scent apply?
Scent does apply.
All right, so I think that gives me advantage because I'm a dog. What? Oh, yeah, that's it's gonna be a definitely better roll than before. That is a 21.
Excellent. You definitely
a 7 for the captain.
Captain, you are completely overwhelmed by this strange, you're fairly certain it's a chamber pot, but it's not constructed in any way you've ever seen before. It appears to just be made out of some sort of a hardened clay, like a porcelain, perhaps. But you've never seen one in this design. It's very wide and round, and it has handles on either side. And it's next to one of the sort of broken down beds that's in the main area, and that's kind of got your attention. You're just sort of checking it out. It has some strange etchings on the side of it that you can't quite make out what they are. But Doc, you immediately are hit with a waft of there's someone in here.
There's someone here.
And as soon as you whisper that, a Tengu steps out of the shadows.
Oh, it's the bird.
There's what?
The
Oh,
bird. The bird. I said bird.
oh, is it the word?
My
Yes,
name
the bird
is
is
Hello, the word.
My name is Esther. Come forth and tell me what it is you seek.
Actually, we came first. We won the race.
Race. Is this to mean something to me?
We've been racing to find the island and to find an item. What was our
Yes, we did.
item again?
Yes, we did not come forth, but Oh, you mean come to you? Yes. Hello. Pleasure to meet you. Sorry, I'm a little hard of hearing in that ear after the incident.
Of course, we all carry our scars. Why are you in my home?
Captain.
We're here looking for an item that my brain seems to have dropped, but it might be written down in one of these notes. Go digging
This is
through.
true.
You're looking for Saturn's sight.
Oh, yeah, Saturn Sight. That was the one that was here.
Saturn Sight. Yes. We're looking for an item called Saturn Sight.
I know the item of which you speak, yes. But you see, I would be willing to part with it as well. I don't feel it's going to do you a lot of good.
Oh, it's not for us.
Oh, is it for someone else
No,
on
it won't
this
do us any
island?
good regardless. No.
Then-
why not?
I fear you have signed your own exile from the rest of civilization. You see, you'll not be able to leave here under your own power, not while the Stormcaller demon resides.
The what?
The Stormcaller demon. It is a unseen who has taken an interest in this island. It obscures us all of the time, but for a few weeks of the year.
But it's not obscured right now. Can we just not leave presently, post haste?
What you don't understand is right now the Stormcaller demon allows the island to be perceived for a reason.
Ah,
This is its hunting season.
like a fox trap.
Now, if a band of brave adventurers were to eradicate this creature, then perhaps...
Defeat a demon?
Yes. Then perhaps we could make our way. But whilst the Stormcaller demon remains out there, any attempt to leave is suicide. The only thing that keeps us safe is the light that man left behind for us in this tower.
Well,
I certainly hope no one goes and pokes at it.
I don't think anyone will. They'd have to be a fool to do that. But one might say that we only survive today because of the light that man has left us everywhere.
That's a...
Are you...
It's a quaint
I'm
notion.
sorry. Well, I am a true believer in the power of man. And, well, all of the old ones, to be honest, not just the men, but the women too.
And everyone in between.
Didn't mean to accidentally Star Wars meme, but there it is. The women and children too. Oh, what's your name, by the way?
My name is Esther. I have
Esther.
resided here for 4 cycles of the Stormcaller demon's hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yes, I
You
found...
must be quite a brave and powerful adventurer, Esther. Perhaps you can join us in our quest.
Oh, that would mean I would have to leave the tower's light. And I've not done that for 4 cycles of the Stormcaller's hunt.
How have you eaten?
Oh, the land provides.
Well, very vague, but Yes, I suppose. All right.
Or do you have any recommendations on how to defeat a demon? That is one adventure I have never been on.
Well, the demon carries the powers of the unseen. It is more susceptible to magic than any other sort of normal weapons.
Have you tried shooting it with guns? Sorry, I thought I'd ask for you, Captain, just in case.
I appreciate you thinking of me.
We have not. We have done no such thing. I've had no guns.
Oh, we have plenty. Do you? Is that enough?
Well, the ship has plenty. I myself only have one, but it is reloadable.
Oh.
Yes, I don't just throw the gun at him. Though I suppose I could if I ran out of ammunition.
See, that would have been my tactic, really. Throwing the gun when it was done and just, how about you? I'd worry I'd do it too soon, and then he would have a gun.
If you wish to confront the demon, I can take you to the direction of its lair, though I've never ventured there myself.
Oh, most convenient.
Yes, well, we should gather our companions, who I believe are poking at the top of your tower.
What? What?
Yes. Yes. Don't worry. We'll gather our party and then continue forth.
She flies out through an open window.
Hey, Esther, do you think
Esther?
I couldn't tell. What is that? It's a strange name for a man, but I can't tell the difference with birds. And I'll just be nattering as she flies off. I don't want to be impolite. Perhaps I should use they until I know.
Correct.
Meanwhile,
It's probably a good tactic.
As you're trying to work out the Esther's pronouns, up top, you all make it to the flame room, and there are no traps or impediments. But when you step into that glass container where this fire burns, you realize that it's not a fire so much at all, as it seems to be some sort of masterwork, some sort of glowing crystal that glows so brightly that you are effectively blinded when you step up into the area. It's all light.
Have any kind of thing for like no arcana or any of that jazz, but I'm guessing this is Saturn's site, maybe.
Maybe. As I have no arcana and no history.
You can make a no arcana check.
So, roll 15.
So you've seen these types of light wands before on a much, much, much smaller scale. There are some torches that the old ones used that were able to produce light without flame. Now, these are typically masterworks that are used, that are held in the palm of one's paw. They are not, like, this is massive. The actual crystal itself in those is probably less than the size of your thumb. And this crystal is slightly bigger than you are. You also notice that there's actually, the crystal itself has a sort of semicircular shell behind it that you can step behind and alleviate the worst of the light. It's still very bright up there, but it will remove your blinded condition if you step behind it.
So I relay this info while also attempting to get away from the most intense light.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah, let's go not be blind. That's cool.
Yes.
You go step around behind it, and once you do, you can, and your eyes adjust to be able to sort of make out shapes. You can see that this dome is very slowly turning.
Okay. We sort of scoot along as we converse, I guess.
Beyond that, it appears to be rather empty up here. The only other thing that you note is there's a ladder that goes straight down, and there appear to be some sort of like ropes or connecting cables that go from the crystal down into the layer below.
Okay. I say that we go down that ladder.
That sounds like a good idea. And just to check, this light and it's moving. It doesn't trigger a primal instinct in
Like a
Liam,
laser
right?
pointer.
No, it's the opposite of a laser pointer. It's a
Okay,
big
good.
bright light.
Okay,
A
so
plasma pusher.
You slide down that ladder and find that these wires connect to some strange large box. This large box has bizarre markings upon it. If you'd like to make a no history check, Liam, you may do so.
I do.
The Simpsons has ruined me. All I want to do is be like Space Coyote.
So it's 9.
You recognize these symbols before, but you're not quite sure what they mean. You've seen them on extremely powerful and extremely large masterworks before, but you've also seen the same symbol in areas in the monarchies that are remarkably haunted.
Okay. So obviously then this has to be a warning from man to us cats. That something here is haunted and we must stay clear of touching whatever is down here.
Exactly. The symbol itself is like a yellow circle that has 3 black triangles in it, which all sort of point toward the center.
Okay, so that is like it's a warning triangle. Obviously, do not touch light thing, do not touch circle. If you do, you get haunted, and it's bad. It's bad news. This is not good. Oh god, no.
Good enough for my cowardly butt.
You hear a screech above as a Tengu drops down from where the ladder opened in, like drops down, lands in like a 3-point stance, like Black Widow stance, wings unfurl, and she looks up and says, "Do not touch the power source."
Yeah, we got that already.
It's just as the prophecy foretold. Triangles. I'm seeing the patterns now. This. You will lead the downfall. You will release the curse of this light onto us. What is your purpose here?
The light is not cursed. The light is what's keeping the demons at bay. What is your purpose? I met your friends downstairs. They were very polite and not sneaking into our single line of defense against the unseen.
Our purpose? Well, we were gonna check into a charming B&B, and we were gonna just, do some sightseeing, and just maybe do a puzzle together. We're just buds, just doing stuff like that.
It is too dangerous here. She nods at a stairwell that leads down. Go down and join your friends. We must discuss the plan, but first I must make sure you've caused no interruptions to the operation of the light.
Okay, so Liam is probably very scared of this Tengu, even though they were kind of excited about, maybe hunting a little bird. things like that. Try to keep the chirping to a minimum as a cat. There's a bird. There's triangles, and obviously these black triangles have a connection with this Tengu. Now they're speaking of demons, and this light. We know that this light is tied to something. It's a curse, demon. This light is might actually be what's powering this so-called demons. So, but
is Liam going to say all that out loud, or is Liam thinking that internally? Okay, very good.
Internal, waiting until it's like, yes, we must reunite with our friends. Let's go.
She sort of shoos you towards the stairway and starts like looking over the various indicators and buttons on this large marked box. You make your way down the spiral stairs that goes through the interior. This is all wood construction. It's dry, rotten. It creaks a lot, and you realize, like, as you're making your way down at this probably hasn't had weight on it in dozens, if not hundreds of years, because the Tengu is not standing on stairs. But you do make it down relatively safely with very little incident. Some uncomfortable creaks, some dust falls in places where it's not particularly comforting, but you do eventually wind up in the common living area where the doctor and the captain are awaiting you. And so what would Oz and Dr. Bones be doing in the interim while you're waiting for them to return?
You said there was a fire nearby, so I think one lump or two with your tea, Captain.
Two, please. That'd be lovely.
I also am a man who enjoys taking his lumps.
You hear the creaking and the popping of the stairs as your companions start making their way down.
Oh, gee, I thought that was kettle corn. Oh, we can make kettle corn.
Oh, I do love kettle corn.
He'll pull out a pouch of kettle corn. There's a tiny bit. Not a huge amount, but enough. You get a couple of mouthfuls.
You start popping some kettle corn.
I was feeling snacky.
Couple minutes later, Esther flies down from above. Says, "All right, the light seems to be functioning. You seemed to be disturbed by this cat."
I wasn't disturbed by the cat. No more than usual.
No, the cat has concerns about the safety of this light. I assure you it's what's keeping the Stormcaller at bay.
Oh, we're going to hunt a demon.
Oh. Okay.
Who's the real demon here now?
Hopefully the demon?
So, bird person, where is the demon?
There's a fence out the property line behind the tower.
I hate fences.
Old stone fence goes back to the age of man. There's a hole in that fence that leads to a path, goes down to the rocky outcroppings. Down there is the cave of the demon. I've not been down that way in some time. I only go down there if food becomes remarkably scarce. But I can direct you to it. I would recommend, though, if you've just finished sailing, that you avail yourself of the flat surfaces in here, such as they are, and get yourself some rest.
Well, this whole island's going to disappear pretty soon, potentially, right? So,
if you slay the demon, the island will not disappear again.
Okay.
It's very convenient.
Yes, they've explained that even if we were to leave right now, we would be trapped here as is. So if we intend on retrieving the item from Mordekorgi, then we definitely need to deal with this demon.
Well, allow me to clarify.
Oh, we shouldn't make a deal with the demon.
You won't necessarily be trapped here. If you leave, the demon will hunt you.
Oh, interesting.
Wait a minute.
How do you know that?
Because I've lived here for a very long time.
Have you tried to leave? Is that how you know that the demon is chasing you?
My traveling companions did.
And were they caught early on enough for you to then determine that, yes, it will chase after you?
They made it just far enough that I could see their masthead from the tower as the demon overtook their vessel and flayed them from their bones.
Was the vessel heavily armed?
Their bones. All right, so we've got a flaying demon.
Heavily armed
right.
is a bit of a stretch. There were thunder cannons upon it.
Because maybe we have a better chance of killing the demon with the boat than we do just our own selves.
In 4 decades, I've never seen that work, but you're welcome to try.
Okay.
4 decades. How many people have you witnessed killed by this demon then?
Hundreds.
Oh, that's a few.
Okay, every fool who comes here seeking treasure.
Every fool until now.
May I confirm what Esther looks like?
Yes. So Esther is mostly red feathers with some golden sort of like pattern around the beak, pattern around the edge of the wings. She looks like she is relatively spry for her age, and in relatively good spirits per se, but she is lanky, malnourished, has a bit of the same vibe as the pictures of those 2 old ones. You know, grizzled lightkeeper is kind of the
Totally.
general.
Is she kind of parrot-y looking? Parrot-y? Like, what kind of bird does she resemble?
She's a tengu, so they're more
Okay. I was Googling Tengu to see what they look like, and they're like Japanese demons that don't look like birds. And so I was like, what are we talking
Unless
about?
they do.
they're more
They're like Pee Wee
Well,
Herman
there's
with
like
a
a-
mustache usually.
One of your campaigns, Travis.
imagine like a so imagine like a cardinal, but with a more
Okay.
more, almost like peacocky sort of quality to the coloring. Like the coloring is super bright and almost like garish, like just like overwhelming.
Okay, but has that kind of cardinal looking face, kind of
Right.
round.
Right.
Okay.
Cardinal.
So we could go to this hole in the wall and fight the demon on its own terms, or we could bring the demon to us.
Oh?
Yeah, just turn off the light.
I will not turn off this light.
Oh.
I wasn't talking
Why
about
not?
What if we put a really big blanket over it
So-
briefly?
She says, let me rephrase, no one will turn off that light.
And why is that?
Because it is the one thing protecting my home, and I will fight to defend it.
How can you be so sure?
Because I know this tower. You spend enough time here in this tower, you get to know things.
Well, if we turn the light out, can't we just turn it back on if shit gets real?
I don't know. I've never powered it off. I've never had a reason to. Why would I do such a thing?
Okay. New question. Has anybody tried to go into the demon's hole? That came out wrong.
Yes, we should probably just thrust
So did
ourselves
they.
in there and give it our best. Really work that demon's hole.
No, we should not do that without protection.
Oh, don't worry. I always bring protection. Dong dong on the side of the shield.
Me too. Shell.
So no raw dogging.
No, exactly.
Esther
don't
says.
Hopefully, no cook dogging either.
Esther,
That would be worse.
Esther says, "I've been inside of its lair once.
You've been in. Oh, I see. Yes.
Side of us what?
Inside of its lair, I
Okay.
snuck in for scraps while I knew it was out hunting."
I see. Well, it's good to know that you survived.
And I intend to continue that trend.
It's a good trend. I don't wish to argue with you on that one.
Okay. I like the idea of bringing the demon to us, but if you're all gonna be like, anal about it, we'll go into the demon's hole.
If you want to bait the demon to somewhere that is not this tower, you're welcome to, but I will not risk my safety on a half-baked plan to bring a dangerous creature here. I will offer
I'm
you
good at baiting. In fact, I'm a master at it.
It's true. And don't worry, when we finally make our way to the demon, we'll be fully baked.
I was trying to swallow.
My anxiety's got.
Well, I mean, do or don't, Travis. Come on.
I don't want to be rude.
Honestly.
So,
Jesus.
she says,
Oh, there Krista goes. Oh, Krista's gone down with the ship. This is literally what I do in my games to Krista. I just see how much I can push her until they break.
this whole episode is phrasing. All right.
Are we still doing phrasing?
So Esther says, "You're welcome to rest here. You're welcome to recoup. You're welcome to plan. You are not welcome to bring a demon to my home."
Fair enough.
Now, if you'd like, I've got some stew on the pot. I don't know what's in it for sure. It's been going for a long time.
So, Trav, do we are we in potential of being in an unrested condition or anything like that? I mean, like if we don't take a nap right now, will we be in trouble? Like we have any?
The best-
Be sleepy.
The best argument for taking a nap right now is to apply your advances so that you can go against this
All right, we
this
have
demon
advances.
in full strength.
Let's do that.
Yes.
Although I do
A
like the
nap.
idea of hunting this thing when it's daylight as opposed to when it's dark. If
Wait.
darkness is its thing.
Esther, is there anywhere you would recommend that would be a good trapping place? Something that we could set up some kind of encirclement?
Well, the demon itself nests in a cave. So if you can somehow coax it out of that cave, setting a trap in the cave mouth might be your best option.
Oh.
And
Well, it
do
sounds
you
like
have-
it's wanting to hunt anyway. So, sorry, Dr. Bones, go ahead.
No. I was musing to myself mostly. Do you have any other information on the creature? Any text or tomes? Any notes you've taken over the years, or any that were left behind by those who might have dwelled here before you?
The only notes I have of those who dwelled here before me are ancient texts of the old ones that I cannot read.
Well, it just so happens you have a bit of a scholar here that could perhaps peruse them.
She gets up, walks over to a shelf that has a couple of various cooking utensils and dining implements on it, but there's also a leather-bound book, like a little leather-bound volume, and she grabs that and hands it to you. It's got like a clasp over the front that has that ties it into place. When she hands it to you, dust, like, not only dust, but like pieces of interior page start to flake away, like just by handing it to you.
Ooh.
I will make the best of this then. Thank you.
Esther, do you have any smaller portable versions of the light that magically keeps this place safe?
She walks over, goes into another room, and comes out with like a lantern.
Okay.
But the lantern has one of those crystals inside of it.
Okay.
Is
Also, do any of our magic folk have a way to light things up?
Oh yeah, yes, absolutely. He's pulling out his like forensics kit with like tweezers and like, oh yes, I'm gonna read this book. It's going to be great.
when she sets down the lantern, she says, "I know not how much power remains within it."
Gotcha.
Here we go. Going to read.
Okay.
I don't think I can do any light unless I do like wall of magic fire. So I'm like not doing it.
Well, one thing you could do if you wanted to, since you have
After
this
you level
lantern
up.
here, is you could try to break it and absorb it. It is a masterwork.
Oh. But I mean, Liam is convinced that there is something strange going on with the light and the tower. This object must learn more. Maybe a little bit on the like. Okay, I'm going to try to have it as a goal for this session, maybe later on as well, to try to break it when no one is looking.
Okay. Excellent.
I need to obtain the information, okay? But now it's like, it's a bit too suspicious. Now it's been, like, it's entered the scene. Everyone's eyes are going to be on it. So I'm just waiting for the opportunity to then pick it apart.
I love it.
Absorb secrets. And then I will find the truth of what's going on with this tower and this demon and its vessel that has taken on the shape of a Tengu.
Excellent. Well, will you be able to rest comfortably knowing that you're in the company of this possibly demon-possessed bird?
Oh god, no. It's got to be sleeping with one eye.
Wonderful. Well, why don't we use this opportunity? Let's take our 10-minute biological and technological break real quick. Whilst we're doing that, you can apply your advances if you wish. If you're watching at home, just stick around. We'll be back momentarily. And yeah, we'll if you don't get the advances done, we'll just finish them on camera once we're back. So stick around. We'll be back soon. All right, we are back. Thank you for your patience, those of you watching at home, as we have returned from our biological and technological break. I apologize. I noticed there were some drop frames earlier. Hopefully, we've got that problem corrected as well. So sorry if that's caused any difficulties while you're watching. So we were just going over. You were taking a rest. You were doing your improvements. And were any of you? I know Tim, you're still working on yours a little bit. Did the rest of you find your improvements?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I was still working on mine. Is just remembering what, because we can take tricks. Calling tricks we can't take unless we have that calling, right?
Correct, or some way of accessing that calling. So, like certain breeds will give you a access to that calling.
Got it. Now, there is in Pirates of Pugmire, is where one of my knacks is, which is Hunker Down. It says additional knacks fettle. Does that mean a fettle can take Hunker Down?
No, that means you can take any fettle knack.
Okay, that's okay. Perfect. Very cool.
Yeah, so if under your knacks it lists like an additional calling, you can take any knack from that calling.
Okay, neat. Now, in Pugmire, I don't see knacks, I just see tricks. Is that the same thing?
Tricks and knacks are interchangeable, yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
They're called tricks for Pugmire because they're dogs.
Dogs.
And they're called
Understood.
And they're called secrets for cats because cats keep secrets. But
Makes sense.
they are all knacks at the end of the day. Did Liam want to try to break that masterwork while everyone else is resting?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. It's still too fresh in everyone's mind that it exists.
That's fair.
Amazing.
Did you have any questions for Dr. Bones in advancement, or did you get that hammered out?
I'm good. I'm just trying to remember what spells I have. Because I had them written down somewhere. Oh, wait, they're on my sheet. Duh.
That's usually where you keep them.
Water walk. And I have 16 spell slots now. Is that how it works?
Yeah, you should gain. I think you gain 2 a level.
Nice.
Plus
Hey,
camera.
my knacks are on the next sheet. Okay. I have the
Nice.
trapper knack.
I've got
I don't
level
think
3 spells, everybody.
All right. I've got the trapper knack, and I don't know that I acted on that at all. But maybe I will.
Well,
Maybe we'll set a demon trap. Hey,
There you go.
Trav, did you say we went live or no?
Yeah, we're up. We're out in front of the universe.
I don't
Hello,
see it
everyone.
on the Twitch stream. It's still
Maybe refresh. I'm seeing it live over here.
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh, okay.
And while we're digging through that, I also want to take the time to verbally remind everyone that there are only 4 days left in the Scion God Backer Kit campaign. So if you've not yet done so, now would be a good time to head over and check that out. I just threw the link in
Where
the
is
chat.
your god now? It's over on Backer Kit.
Over on Backer Kit, yeah. Exactly. 4 days left to get in on those sweet backer perks and help push us toward further stretch goals.
Like what perks are there?
Oh, there's a ton of sweet stuff going on that backer kit. Let's see here.
What's your favorite, Travis?
Wow.
While you guys are shilling, I have a quick question.
Sure.
Your stamina points, do you add your constitution to that?
Yes, your constitution modifier is added to your stamina.
I have
points.
not been doing that.
Yep, every level.
I noticed that too, and I just added mine. So
I was like, I'm short.
Yep.
20 hit points.
Well, right now we are over at the backer kit. We are at 104,000, just over 104,000. The next stretch goal to unlock is a lovely digital wallpaper set for your various devices, drawn from the Scion God art. And following that, at 110,000 in funding, is the expansion of the Divine Inspiration supplement. So we've already unlocked, 3 additional supplements: the Scion God Companion, the Divine Inspiration, and the Jumpstart. And so now, if we can get up to that 110,000 mark, we can increase the size of Divine Inspiration, and that works on adding additional direction and ideas for story guides to build upon, including creative plot seeds to explore in your game. So it's the Divine Inspiration is kind of about like, whereas God takes it to like this huge, massive, universal level of play, Divine Inspiration kind of acts as a way of helping channel some of those ideas, helping fight off some of that, decision paralysis that one might have when they're faced with, well, you can do anything. So Divine Inspiration helps create some paths and guidelines to sort of follow that through and to bring it to life at your table a little bit easier.
Nice.
So it's something I'm looking forward to getting myself. But yeah, any other advancement questions?
I think I'm ready to go. I think I kind of get it.
All right.
And it is God.
Everyone's got their stamina points figured out, including their Constitution modifiers?
Yes.
Yep.
Awesome. Those will come in handy.
Uh-oh.
I
It's
feel
fine.
Oz has learned from this adventure and has taken a point of wisdom, bringing him up to a 10.
I love it.
So he's no longer at a negative. And I took proficiency in the notice skill.
Also handy. And what did you wind up going with, Tim?
What did I wind up going? Let's see. I added Smite per your recommendation. Sounds pretty handy. And let's see. I didn't add it in the past, so I also added Scamper.
Okay.
Which is something I can do. And then I do have the Trapper Knack that I never did anything with because I filled this out sort of haphazardly.
Well, that's okay.
And,
Now you know, and that's
went
half
back
the
and
battle.
buffed up some scores too, since I haven't done it for 7 levels. So
Nice. Okay. Rock and roll. Kelly, what'd you end up settling on?
Level 3 spells.
That'll do it. And you learn a couple of spells with that, correct?
Yeah, I picked up Water Walk because it works on any liquids, including the sea, which is a good get out of dodge later if the demon's around, or the demon's not around. And then also Spirit Guardians because I've seen that in action, and that is a great spell.
It is a pretty nice spell.
Kelly, can you add Water Walk? Is that just for you, or can you do that?
No, it's like 10 people.
Yeah.
Just like, walk with me. No, it's bye, Tim.
Okay.
Bye, Brisby.
I wouldn't blame you. I mean, I was happy for you at first. I'm happy for all of us.
Yeah, all right. This is it's the friends you made along the way and then left on an island.
Right, exactly. And then, so what did Liam add?
3-hour tour.
Oh, Liam went with Sense Motive.
Beautiful. I love it.
These are very trying and suspicious times. Also did a little boost in charisma for my spells.
Not a bad plan. Not a bad plan at all. So, as you all rise from your rest, Esther is there waiting, and she says, "All right. Here's what we'll do. I'll walk you down to the path. I'll give you the directions. I'll be back here at the house. I'll get together all the medical supplies I can in case you need them. If you run afoul of trouble, come back here. It won't follow you into the light."
Now, does that count for daylight or just this?
Just this light.
Okay. Is it day currently?
If you've rested, we can go ahead and say that you spent the day. You spent some time researching. I can, in fact, if you'd like, give me a dexterity and check that's modified by your no history, Dr. Bones, since you're handling that manuscript.
Right. Huh. That is... If it's just dexterity, then it's an 11.
Okay. Dexterity plus, you're proficient with no history, correct?
Oh, yes, sorry. Then it'd be a 15 or a 16. Let me just check. The 17.
7 should be 6. Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
We should all have +5 for proficiency bonus now, right?
I believe that's accurate, yes.
Oh, is it +5 now? Oh, then
7
18.
and 8 is +5, I believe.
Oh, okay. Then I will have to adjust my stats. So yeah, that's an 18.
Excellent. So you're able to not only turn these pages without causing too much damage to them, but you're able to mostly translate it. And you're fairly certain that this was the private journal of someone who called themselves a lighthouse keeper.
Lighthouse keeper. Yeah, it makes sense. There's a light here.
And it talks about
It is a house.
It talks about the isolation of the place, how bad the storms can get. It talks about the sweet humming sound of the generator, offering a calm.
Generator.
Not COVID, the cinnamon gum
And
tickled my nose.
there are a series of entries about a new arrival, an assistant, and the various difficulties that they are having living together, being used to isolation, having another person there, has you can tell it's taking its toll on the author, and the author becomes more protective of the light as things progress. Until eventually he admits to catching his partner in the light and incapacitating him, dragging him down into the caves and burying him.
I see.
I feel like this is a spoiler for the lighthouse, which I only made it about halfway through.
You should really finish it. And it's not sort of. It's there changes have been made.
It rhymes.
Lucas style. No, I started watching it right after like lockdown started, and I'm like, you know what?
Poor choice for that. Yeah.
It was super. Like, love cinematography. The acting is brilliant. This has not put me in the right headspace. Time to rewatch New Girl.
Youths. Anyway, it appears that there's a chance that this demon may be a ghost of one of the old ones. The ones who kept this tower, they turned on each other because of the lure of that light.
I knew it. I absolutely knew that light was haunted.
Right. The question is whether or not it was haunted before or after this. It appears that I'll relay the story with some flourishes. So the one below could, perhaps it is the demon that that tricked the old one into being lured into the light's embrace, or perhaps it is the old one himself, kept at bay by the target of his lust. Either way, radiant damage will probably mess him up.
like the smite spell or smite.
Very practical knowledge there.
Wait,
Dr.
when
Bones.
did you learn how to smite?
You know, I just was taking a nap and I'm like, if I did this, I'd smite. And then I'm
Wait,
like,
did you? We've been traveling together this entire time, and you finally found God while I was reading a book.
I
Came
mean,
to
you
you
weren't
in
the
a
only one,
dream, I
Dizzy.
guess.
What do rats believe in?
I am a mouse, sir.
Okay, but still, I'm curious what rats believe in. But yes, fair. What does a mouse believe in?
Science, mostly.
Yeah, we're kind of a diaspora. I'm going to smite with science.
You're going to blind them with science?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, yes.
Squeaky.
The only way that you can use your smite power is if you sing. She's poetry in motion.
By the power of Neil deGrasse.
The power of,
Thomas Dolby.
young stripper Neil deGrasse Tyson.
So,
Damn, son.
Esther is offered to escort you to the edge, but
Yes.
no further.
Well,
Our bird is chicken.
well.
She says, I would resent that if it wasn't true.
Oh,
Thanks to the international crowd. You got to be in a different time zone to get that joke.
well. Courage is a cardinal virtue.
Good Lord.
I love puns, so there's another one for the Fortune Bowl. All right.
Yeah.
And
I'm
team
working overtime
puns.
over here.
You didn't get the lick ass.
I'm not
I don't know why we
rewarding.
didn't get points for that.
I'm not rewarding bad behavior. Is why you didn't get points for that. So,
I feel like
Don't shame until you tried it, I guess
Hey,
the dogs would say.
I'm making no moral judgments.
I
You
mean,
may have been-
arguably licking asphalt is demonstrably a bad idea.
That's true. Yeah. That's
It
valid.
seems like it was an oral judgment, but okay, fair.
I mean,
But,
Doc wants to go. If Doc wants to go asphalt to mouth, who are we to?
Rosario Dawson has said
sometimes
that
you
that's
go
fine.
asphalt to mouth.
On a couple of occasions, Rosario Dawson has said that's okay. So, I listen
Who am I to argue? She's a nurse, a
Right.
night nurse, no less.
a night nurse
Really
Jedi.
nice.
Anything that you want to do before you're escorted to the entrance?
I will volunteer to hold the lantern.
Very good.
I will trust the cat implicitly.
Esther reminds you once
I didn't
again
take sense motive.
to pretty please with sugar on top, not turn it on until you need to, because she just doesn't know how much power is in it.
Right.
She walks you over to the opening in the wall, and this wall is like a mortared stone. Looks like it's been there for hundreds of years, and there's definitely a place that's been crumbled out of the wall. It leads kind of a walking path down to the shore. The shoreline where it leads down is completely muddy. It looks like it might be only visible at the moment due to low tide. But there's stones sticking out. Looks like it's probably safe enough to navigate. And she says, I don't go any further than this. Take this passage, follow the dark green stones. There you will find the cave where the where the storm color sits.
Thank you.
Good luck. She turns and walks back into the tower.
Well, we might need it. Well, into the breach, my friends.
Band of buggered.
As you step down, it's very clear and plain to all of you that this area, it reeks of salt water and of fish, effectively rendering you all anosmic right now. So your sense of smell is pretty much useless to you.
Okay.
I don't know if that affects.
New word today.
I don't know if that affects your tell, Brisby.
My what?
Your tell for your psychic powers.
I don't actually have them. I was wrong. What's that?
Oh, you don't have any psionics?
I thought I could add them later. It doesn't look like that's a whole new calling. It looks like I can only add trickster callings, or maybe I am wrong.
All mice can have some psychic ability.
Oh.
But if not, that's fine too.
If I were psychic, I would have known that. I don't think I am.
Nice. All right. So yeah, effectively you would you're considered blinded to your sense of smell. So anything that you try is made with disadvantage.
Okay.
There are some green stones sort of sticking out of the mud that do make something of a path leading to a cave mouth. The cave mouth is probably about 15 feet high, about 20 feet wide. Cave is deep enough that it's completely dark inside. What would you like to do?
Can I use my dark vision and notice skill to, notice stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Give it a roll.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I have noticed now. Can I also roll that?
You may. You're going to be at disadvantage if you don't have dark vision, though, because it's dark in there.
I don't think I do.
Yeah.
Well,
Where would I have written it?
I can summon light.
It's a trick or a knack.
Oh, okay.
I forgot. Is notice off wisdom, right, Travis?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you want to summon light?
I can summon light. I just don't want to blind our mouse friend.
Ooh, it's okay. Apparently, I can also see in the dark. That's going to be a 19 with disadvantage.
Oh, nice. Okay. And what did you get on yours, Brisby?
14.
Excellent. So as you're looking in, Brisby, you can clearly see that there is what appears to be some sort of a metallic shell, almost like a cylinder.
Mm-hmm.
And sticking out of this cylinder at odd angles with no real rhyme or reason appear to be a set of bones.
Ooh, okay. I pass that on to the group.
Okay,
go ahead.
I've got to see this. I'll cast light.
Excellent. As you see the bones, you can clearly tell by their length and arrangement that these are not the bones of an uplifted creature. Due to their size, they may very well be the bones of an old one. But even more disturbing is you see there are a series of like plates which have runes drawn on them in some sort of writing of the old ones that line the mouth of the cave that seem to indicate some type of warning.
Is it similar to the warning that we saw in the lighthouse?
One of them is the same rune as the lighthouse, but there are other runes as well. And you're going to cast light. So
I'll cast it on my shield, I suppose.
All right, your shield begins glowing. And that illuminates the mouth of the cave As it illuminates the mouth of the cave, you see several of the runes, though not all of them. There's one that appears to be a circle that has four. It's broken into 4 sections: a red, green, blue, and yellow section. There's another one that has what looks like some sort of like perhaps a cyclone or something along those lines on it. But the rest are all, as the light hits them, begin glowing. And as that glow begins, you can all sort of hear creaking and cracking and popping as the bones begin to rearrange themselves into almost like a spider-like sort of arrangement, and the cylinder lifts.
Oh. Hello?
As you say hello, I need you to go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
All of us, or
Nope, just just the good doctor.
Okay. Oh, thank God for once. That is gonna be only a 24.
It lets out a horrific scream that sounds as much like, if you imagine nails down a chalkboard mixed with like microphone feedback, mixed with like radio static, all sort of bursts out at once. And as it does, this kicks forth a gust of wind that you plant your feet in the mud and are pushed back like a foot or so. But you can tell that wind was strong enough to it could have pushed you out to sea.
All right, light them up.
All right. Let's get some initiatives, please.
okay.
Oh, I just got
So
an
as we
natural.
level up, will that make our initiative
Okay.
better?
No, because your initiative is just a D10 plus your dex. Or
Oh,
D20 plus your dex mod.
Look at who's rolling dice today. It's me.
Oh,
Very proud of
what
you.
I'm saying is I got like a +6 to my initiative. Do I add that also to the dex?
Plus 6 to your initiative from what?
I can't remember.
It should just be your dex modifier.
I thought it was
Mine should be plus
maybe one of my knacks or something.
If you have improved initiative as an act, then it's plus 6, yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll just keep it there. Unless you want to demote me.
Demoted.
Demoted. So would I still add? No, I wouldn't add my dex and my.
Right, the
Initiative
plus 6
bonus.
is the total.
Okay, got it.
Jesus.
Okay.
We've all been there.
15.
Excellent. So the way this works is the initiative goes to the highest number, and then after that it's popcorn initiative. It's they assign and then you assign. So looks like nobody beat our friend here.
Friend.
The demon is rather offended that you didn't get blown out to sea, and as such is going to fire a lightning bolt at you.
I disagree with this course of action.
Ooh. As it goes to shoot the lightning bolt at you, the lightning bolt goes wide and hits the runes. And as it hits the runes, you see the runes activate, triggering the trap that they represent, as like a wall of lightning fills the mouth of the cave for just a moment before petering out. And it will grant its initiative to Brisby.
Okay.
So it is your turn now, Brisby.
Okay, so am I able to deduce that the lightning bolt that the good doctor cast didn't have an effect on it?
I didn't.
Oh no, the monster cast the lightning bolt at the doctor. It just missed and hit one of the runes.
Oh, gotcha. I think I'm going to use my hum stick.
Okay.
And that has a range to it, correct? That you can either strike or do a ranged lightning attack, right? Is it lightning?
The hum stick is just a melee weapon, I believe. It's effectively
Yeah.
it's effectively a
It
cattle
does
prod.
lightning damage, but
You have to touch.
yeah.
Okay, well,
you got to close in on it.
Well, screw all that noise. I'm going to go with the short bow then. And try. So it's 20 plus my dex modifier, right? Or is it?
Yeah, D20 plus your dex mod plus your proficiency bonus because you're proficient with the weapon.
Okay, gotcha. Nice. Let's hope anyway.
Nice.
Ooh. So grand total of 28. Yeah, 28.
28 will hit. Go ahead and roll that damage for your short bow.
Okay, I believe that's 1d6. All right.
Yep, and you'll add your dexterity modifier to that as well.
Thank you for reminding me, because I would have probably forgotten that. A 6.
Including your dex mod?
Yeah. I rolled
Excellent. I'm just tracking how much damage it's got. Excellent. Who would you like to give your action to? Or would you like to move first? And then who would you like to give your action to?
Move. I'm pretty far away from this thing still, relatively far away.
You're like 60 feet from the creature itself, 30 feet from the door.
Okay. I'm going to give my action to the doc.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. Well, you picked the wrong pack to mess with, bucko. And he's going to cast Spirit Guardians, which is going to summon forth spirits to protect him. They flit around a distance of 15 feet, and I'm going to designate my party to be immune to this. But what this will do is anybody who enters that radius will be halved in speed, and when they enter the radius or start their turn there, they make a wisdom saving throw or take a bunch of radiant damage. So he'll cast that and advance until it's inside of the radius.
Okay, so you're casting and moving forward. What's your movement?
My movement is, I believe it's 30 or 25. Let me just check that. 25.
All right, so you can get about almost to the doorway. So you're not going to be able to get all the way inside the cave.
That's okay. Can I get to the point where they're like 10 feet from this thing?
They will be 35 feet from its current location when your turn ends. Because you're 30 feet from the door, and then it's 30 feet into the cave.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll just move forward then and brace.
All right. And who would you like to give the action to?
I will give it to. I'll give it to our ranged expert. I think the captain, because hopefully they have a cannon that they can fire off or something in their shell. I don't know.
Sounds good to me. Yes. Now, quick question. I would like to hunker down. In which case, it doesn't look like it takes an action. Turtles can partially withdraw into their hard shells, making them difficult targets to hit. When using this knack, turtles increase their defense by 2 and gain a 1d4 on Constitution saving throws for the rest of the scene. They may use this knack a number of times equal to their Constitution modifier before they must sleep. Yep. So it doesn't say it takes an action, so I can just do it.
You just do it, yeah.
Beautiful. So yeah, I'll hunker down, getting my 2 and my d4. I will definitely forget about that, but I will try not to. And then yeah, I'm gonna take out my blunderbuss.
All right, you whip out your blunderbuss. Now I would like to remind you all that you are not currently on your ship, so you are not currently under the effects, the benefits of having a captain that is a gun dog.
Yes, it means
oh
y'all
no,
are gonna get scared in a cave that is echoing.
So
you've chosen poorly.
I need all of you to make a charisma saving throw, And except for Oz, of course. And Oz, I just need you to make an attack roll, please.
14.
It'll be 26 to hit.
Oh, I did misspeak. You do have advantage on your saves because if just having a gun dog in your party gives
Nat
you
20.
advantage. Excellent.
Aha!
Oh. See.
Never be afraid again next time.
So it's a charisma saving throw with advantage.
3+3. 18.
All right, so you're good.
I hope so.
22.
Brisby, you got a 22. All right, no gunpowder panic. You got a 16 to hit. That will absolutely hit. Go ahead and roll the damage on you.
26 to hit.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
That one doesn't. It's too high.
That was not a natural 20 though, correct? It was not a triumph.
Sadly, no, it was an 18.
All right.
All
Okay,
right.
it still hits.
Oh, garbage damage. I'm rolling a D12. I don't. Do I add anything to the damage, or is it just the roll?
Your dex mod.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's a aimed weapon.
So it'll be 5 damage.
Excellent.
Piercing.
All right, you shoot it, and as you shoot it, you poke a hole in sort of this metallic shell that's around it, like the body part, and lightning starts to sort of spark out of that hole.
Interesting.
Now you have a choice. You can give the next action to Liam, in which case the creature will go twice after Liam, or you can give the action to the creature.
I want to give it to Liam because Liam's the one that could probably do a lot of damage, being that he does magic. But I also don't want this thing to get 2 attacks because it fucking shoots lightning bolts. Yeah, let's give it to the creature and hope that I've antagonized it to attack me.
The creature does move forward its full move, though its move becomes halved when it enters the range of the spirit guardian. So it basically makes it right up to the doctor. It needs to make a what save when it enters that space, Kelly?
It's a wisdom save, but let me double check. Wisdom save.
All right, not great. What is your save DC?
It is actually that just went up. So my save DC is. Sorry, bouncing back and forth between pages.
You're fine.
Oh crap! What is it in this? It's 8 plus proficiency plus charisma, if I'm not mistaken. So that is 17.
Excellent. It rolled a 5, so it will take the full brunt of that damage.
All right, let me just grab some D8s. Well, bam! That could have been better. 9 points of radiant damage, though.
Nice.
As these spiritual shapes of like the ghosts of man and also some like dogs will dance around and bite and punch.
It lets out a horrible shriek and then a bang. And when it lets out a bang, I need you, and only you, since you ran up, to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
That is going to be a 6 plus 13.
Excellent. That is not sufficient. This bang is so loud that it deals 12 thunder damage to you. Or no, I'm sorry, 16 thunder damage to you, and you become
That's
deaf.
worse than 12.
Does your spell require concentration?
And I believe I passed. I got a 13 on the concentration.
Let me double, triple check.
I was going to say that like 5e, it has to be half the damage.
Or 10 or 11 or something like that, whichever's higher.
Yeah, it's half the damage of 10. So
okay, so I think I'm good for that.
Yeah, half of the damage would be less than
8.
10. Yeah, so yep, you're good. So, you do not lose concentration.
Ah!
But you are deaf.
I can't.
Wink, wink, wink. Makes it easier to concentrate.
And the creature will give the action to Liam.
All right. Could you give me some more information on how the room layout looks?
Well, so now they are essentially, you have the doctor who's being surrounded by these spiritual guardians. What do your spiritual guardians look like, Doc?
Like images of the old ones, looking very regal and spiritual, and also dogs dancing around and biting things.
Excellent. So like this swirl of spectral, glowing radiant
Good boys.
entities.
Yeah.
And this spider-like demon are basically right now in the mouth of the cave. So they're right at the edge of the cave lip. And you can see there are sparks shooting out of the demon. And there are also sparks kind of dancing around those runes that fired off the electrical pulse earlier. The other runes that were just markings that did not begin to glow still have not done anything. And the rest of you are 30 feet back from the mouth of the cave.
Okay. Let's see. I'm thinking to start off with some. How does the invigoration work for ministers? When I read about it, it almost sounded like ye bog standard, like inspire.
Yeah, bardic
bard
inspiration.
action.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's effectively bardic inspiration. Or similar to it.
So I'm thinking that would be a good way, to start off this this great battle against demon. So some light encouragement. I'm not sure.
And if you don't have any advances spent in it, I believe it is a D6 that it gives you.
Yeah, I have not. I'm not refined it, so it's actually a D4, I think.
D4? Okay.
Yeah, so it's a D4. You can use a bonus action to give all allies in range. Use a bonus action. All allies in range for D4.
Excellent. So you may do that as a bonus action. You still have your regular action, so you can still mount an attack while doing that.
Yes, and I'm wondering when it comes to those runes, can I try to figure out exactly what it is and what happens if they're all lit?
Sure. Go ahead and make a let's see here. Because it's not notice, you know that they're there. Give me a no arcana check.
No, that one's good. 17.
17?
Mhm.
Excellent. You can tell that actually these other runes do not appear to be imbued with any sort of magic. As you kind of look in closer, you can see that the runes that are sparking each have some sort of bizarre protrusions that stick into the cave wall, almost like wires, but more solid, like metallic prods that stick into the wall of some sort.
Okay.
And those are lacking in the warning runes. And that will be your action is sorting that out. So you've given the inspiration and you've sorted out that those 3 runes are safe. Who would you like to give the next action to?
So the encouragement, by the way, was 3. So next roll for party members, you get to add a +3 to your d20s.
So that's pretty neat.
And I will pass it to our local doctor,
Okay.
Bones.
Dr. Bones.
All right, you are toe to toe with this thing. It is screeching and screaming and wailing at you, but you can't really tell because you're deafened. But the bone arms are certainly flailing about, though.
I assume you're saying something. Well, I won't have to hear this. And he's going to pull out his bang stick and point it straight at this thing's face and pull it.
Excellent.
I don't know how that works, so let's do it.
Yeah.
My bang stick is gone.
You are, and that was a fix, correct?
It is a fix, yeah.
All right, yeah. So you would make a ranged weapon attack using your proficiency bonus.
Oh, he's point blank.
Yep, so you have advantage.
Well, I said it. Using my proficiency bonus, that is a 15.
That hits.
Okay.
So drop 2d8 thunder damage, I believe.
Cool. 8 points of thunder damage. And then while he's distracted, I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon behind his head.
Excellent. And what does your spiritual weapon look like?
It's going to be a giant chomping jaw. Just, and with my attack with that's going to be a 16.
Also hits. Go ahead and roll the damage on that.
That's what we're talking about. That's going to be 10 points of force damage as this giant jaw just goes, "Ow."
Excellent. The jaw chomps down upon it and like rips off like half of the bones, shattering a couple of them as it bites down. The bang stick, when you fire into it, you see it hits and the electricity dances over the outside of the metal and causes it to emanate a glow. The rest of you hear a hum as well, but the doctor does not hear that.
I think it's working.
Starting a barbershop quartet.
Who would you like to pass the action to?
I'm going to get this thing's turn out of the way, I think. I'm going to eat my vegetables and give it to him.
Excellent. It will try to hit you again with a gust of wind, so I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
That, sir, is a 26.
All right, you hold your ground despite this wind that blows past you. And you can all see, like, as the doctor throws his shield up and, like, leans into the wind, like, rocks are being thrown out of the ground into the sea behind him. And, like, this is not there's speed lines. Like, it goes, like, full anime.
This is my anime moment.
And as the doctor is unfazed. And the creature will then grant the next action to Oz.
I guess I will take a step back if it's a little closer to me and roll my gun again. Apologies, everyone.
Sure.
And what did you say, Bianca? What bonus do we get? Is it a D4 to this?
No, it's a
to
plus,
attack rolls?
It's a +3 to your next roll.
Oh, just a flat +3. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Ooh, that's not great. Well, actually, +3 is going to be 14.
Excellent. You fire and it hits the shell, like the metallic shell, in such a way that you can see it spark off the edge. No effect.
Son bitch. Does everyone but Dr. Bones have to roll for
Gunpowder panic, yes, but you have advantage. Well, yeah, Dr. Bones does not have to roll. Everybody
Yeah.
else has to make a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Wisdom. Okay, got it.
Or, I'm sorry, I lied. It's a charisma saving throw. with
Charisma?
advantage. Yep.
Charisma saving throw.
19.
You
I
are
can't imagine
fine
I'm gonna
from
roll lower than that. I got a 1.
excellent.
Fine.
You are deaf and scared. As
1 again. Okay. I was just like, for jokes, he's like, probably a 15 or something.
so,
I got a 4, technically.
so you are deaf and scared. Liam, you're fine. But it is your action being deaf and scared. So deaf
Owie.
is disadvantage on anything regarding hearing. Let me just look up the scared condition real quick to tell you exactly what it does.
I would also like to try and like position myself to like be in the way of its attacks, because it seems to be picking on Dr. Bones, and I am a little bit sturdier in the physical sense.
Okay, so you're gonna kind of run up on it?
Uh-huh.
Sure. That is totally fine. So
Guys,
while
I know we've been here a while, but suddenly just occurred to me, this is scary.
while you're scared, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of the fear is in sight. You cannot willingly move closer to the source of the fear. So you cannot willingly move closer to the captain at the moment.
How much does this scared? How long does the scared condition last?
You can make a save at the end of each of your turns to end scared.
Okay. More questions. So I have sneak and scamper, and apparently when I have them both, scamper adds advantage to sneak.
Okay.
And then also, how close am I to this thing again now? It moved a little towards us, I believe.
So you're 30 feet away from it.
Okay. Is sneak and scamper, are they an action or a bonus action?
Sneaking would be an action because that's it. You're using the dice to try to hide. What would you?
Next question. Can I add smite to a ranged weapon like my short bow or no?
I believe smite will hit. It is just any attack.
Okay.
But let me just double triple check that.
I think for now, my action is going to be to sneak.
All right, so you want to like get in behind it?
Well, would that'd be closer to it though? Wouldn't it? I mean,
You can get closer to it. You just can't get closer to the captain. You're not scared of the demon right now. You're scared of the gun.
Okay.
In fact, getting that demon between you and the gun might be a good idea for you.
Cool. So I think I'm gonna try to sneak, and then will go behind it, and then since my scamper adds advantage, can I then cancel out the disadvantage? Is that how that works in Pugmire?
Correct.
Okay, great. Let's do some sneaking. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you can do smite on any attack.
Okay, great. With my one roll that is neither advantage or disadvantage because they cancel each other out, I got a 27.
Oh yeah, so you fall into the shadows and scamper your way around behind the demon.
Leave a little cartoon dust trail.
Yeah, it's like your outline is visible, like in the old Shirt Tails cartoon.
Pretend to be a cactus.
And who would you like to pass it off to?
Okay. I think Liam's the only one from our party who hasn't gone, right? Or no, he went at the top of the turn, right?
Yes. So your options.
Pretty much the monster. And that's it, isn't it? I think everyone's gone.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, I think you got the monster left. All right. So the monster starts its turn as the spiritual guardians shred the remainder of its outside form. However, I do need the good doctor and Brisby to each make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, dex save. Oh.
I'm okay with that.
Am I in there yet, or is this a directed attack?
Did you run up on it when you shot?
Yeah.
Then yes, absolutely. Go ahead and make that
Okay.
save as well.
So for this, since I got a little dot next to dexterity, does that mean I get to have my proficiency bonus?
Correct.
Do I have to roll at disadvantage?
No.
Okay.
Wait, yes, because you are scared. You still have to make.
Damn my honesty.
Can I spend a point from the pool? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, do I get? Oh, I should have done that when I rolled.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
13 points in the
me
fortune
too.
Oh
pool.
my god!
Thank you, Kelly.
And we don't get to add 0.3 or
Don't
3
thank me.
points to
Thank my
this, right?
5.
That was a one-time deal.
That,
Or
yep,
no?
that was the next roll.
Okay.
All
Rolling
right.
at disadvantage.
How many times can you spend out of that pool to re-roll?
Once.
Okay, well that's an 11 then, but it's better than a 5.
May I use one to reroll?
Anybody have any objection to dipping into the fortune bowl
Oh,
for?
please do.
Excellent.
And the reason I say that
way
is because I
better.
rolled a 1, and I would also like to.
Excellent.
Big
That
one.
burns us down. Now there's 10 in the fortune bowl.
I'm just gonna have to say some real funny shit here for a while.
Yep.
Thank you, Second City training. Okay, the math is getting crazy here. I rolled a 1. I redid it, but I think I still have to roll another one because I'm at disadvantage, right?
No, the fortune just is a fresh reroll, and you take that.
Okay, I rolled an 18, plus I have 5 proficiency bonus and 5 dexterity bonus.
All right, so you do a backflip. Like, you see that this thing is going to blow, and you do a backflip, and the force of its explosion blows you back into the very back of the cave. So you got that going for you. How did it end for
Mine
us?
was a 24.
Which is nice.
24? You're blown clear and land at Liam's feet. And what did the doctor
Does that
get?
scare me more?
The doctor got an 11.
Okay, the doctor takes 8 lightning damage as the as this explosion happens, and it also blows you to Liam's feet.
Okay.
Hello.
Well, he did not lose his spiritual guardians, at least.
Aha.
The parts of the demon all fall into a pile, no longer animated.
Okay, do I have to roll for a save to see if I'm scared still?
Yes, go ahead and roll your charisma save to see if you come out from under the gunpowder panic. You have advantage because you have a gun dog in your crew.
Wait, I thought we didn't. Or
No,
what?
remember I misspoke. You should have advantage on those saves
Oh,
because you have a gun dog in your party.
I can't remember if I rolled advantage last time. I don't care. Let's just
Well,
try.
let's
not
give
to
it a
be
shot.
scared.
It all worked out.
15.
All right, that is enough to end the effect. So you mellow out, and you're
That
laying
wasn't so
there
bad.
in a pile of what appear to be like trinkets and fixes and masterworks that have been collected from various victims of this demon.
Okay. I'm not trying to notice, see if there's any more danger or anything like that, I guess, or just kind of the general lay of the land, if that's okay, or do I even
Yeah,
do
go ahead and
that?
make a notice check.
I'm good at those. No. 19. Oh wait, it's proficiency bonus, so 24.
Excellent. No, you don't find any dangers in here, though some of these wonders are pretty
Pretty dope.
yeah, awesome. You see there's a set of little square tablets, 5 of them, each etched with strange bits of writing. They are portable and noisy systems of alert. Activating and placing one of these on your door or tent flap can provide you an advantage to a surprise roll when certain conditions are met. So, for example, if anyone but you tries to enter the area, the tablet will hiss and spark and set off shrieking whistles before going inert. There's 5 of those. You see 6 crystals laying around that you recognize as being crystals of recall. These allow you to store either a basic or level 1 spell into the crystal, which can then be fired from the crystal. You do know that bringing them close to one another, letting them touch one another, is extremely dangerous. And they're scattered kind of across the floor.
Does that work even for people who don't use magic?
Yes.
Okay.
If the spell is loaded into it, you can just release it with a command word.
Oh, these are great. I would let's collect these. Don't let them touch. And let's see. What? Let's see. I could turn these into gems of cure wounds or gems of sanctuary. Be nice to have an instant sanctuary on command. Just poof, and then suddenly we're sanctified.
That would
Well,
not be a
sacrosanct.
that would not be a bad use of those.
Let's see, sanctuary.
And you needn't necessarily decide what you're going to load them with right this moment. Other than that, though, there's just a lot of evidence of that this demon has been feeding here for some time. So more bodies, more detritus. As the dust settles from the battle and you collect these various masterworks, Esther flies down and lands. Says, "You survived."
Oh, it was a piece of cake. Am I still deaf?
No, it's worn off now. You have tinnitus, but you're not deaf.
Relatable content.
Did you hear that? There's the humming of.
Do you hear the humming of the light? She says as she comes closer.
I certainly hear a humming of some kind, but I my ears did take a bit of a beating.
Perhaps the light has not chosen you. One could hope.
Yeah.
So you came here in search of a specific artifact. What was it?
Pattern
Shattered.
sight.
That's one.
Yeah.
She reaches under her vest and produces a sextant.
Oh, I thank you.
Can we you know what, that pun's almost too bad. I don't
Yeah.
She hands it over to Oz and says, when you attach this to your ship, it will guide you to the treasure of your choice. You may go freely and tell the world that you have restored the island. I will maintain the light to keep it safe from the unseen, but now visitors may return here.
Well, that's good, because you got a bunch of people in a race coming here. So I would fire up the Chamber of Commerce Tourism Board and get ready.
Oh, goodness. I haven't had visitors that I expected to live in quite some time. I'd better go dust. She flies off.
Print some maps.
Okay. I suppose we need to make our way back to the makeshift boat and then make our way back to the ship and make our way back to Crowley, right? Is that who we're seeing or no? I forget.
You are supposed to return to Crowley with evidence that you had won.
Which I'm assuming the sextant would be.
It would.
Well, we have because all he cares about is the sextant, right?
All he cares about
No, the
is
sextant's for the other one.
all he cares about is that you won the race and that you can
Oh.
prove that you won the race.
Well, when we get back, will they give us a
Should we-
ribbon?
Yeah, should we check in with the original place?
Oh, if you want to
Well,
go
that
back
makes
to
sense.
go back to Port Matthew, you mean?
It's wherever the race started from.
Oh, the race started in Waterdog Port.
Or Waterdog Port, yeah.
And if you can bring proof to Waterdog Port that you were the first ones to arrive, that would satisfy the Crowley's needs. Crowley was headed to from Port Matthew to Waterdog Port as well, in the hopes of.
Okay, so we're going to meet up with him in Waterdog Port.
You also know that the gateway to the Dragon's Lair is near Waterdog Port.
Yes. Can we, as we're leaving, can we stop at the lighthouse? Miss Esther, could you write us a note saying that we were the first ones here?
Oh, certainly, certainly.
Thank you. Just in case they think perhaps we somehow stole this sextant, perhaps a letter from the island's lone resident would be enough to explain that we were the first.
She. Go ahead.
Do we win the race by getting here first, or do we win the race by getting back to Port Matthew first, or Waterdog Port first? Or
So the way the race is actually specifically won is so nobody's been able to chart this island, right?
mm-hmm.
So if you can come back with proof that you've been there and coordinates for where the island is,
Okay,
that's really all you need.
Okay.
So she writes out a scroll for you and seals it with wax and hands it over and says, "Of course, I should get some food together and perhaps nothing has really grown. I'll have to hit the forest and see if I can find some game to track down."
well, I have the survive skill. If we weren't in a rush, I would help you.
No, I understand. You have your adventures with grand adventures. Go, be free. You are ever in I am ever in your debt for freeing this island from its burdens.
Bird ends.
Are you quite done with that? She points at the lantern.
Yeah, we never even used it. So, I mean, are we? Do we want to keep it? I don't know. It seems rude.
To keep it, it's part of proof of where we were.
Oh, but of course.
Yes. Sadly, when I tried to light it, though, it wasn't turning on. So obviously it's already out of energy, but we should definitely keep it as evidence that we were here.
Oh, absolutely. I find that completely believable.
Ulterior motives here.
That's what you get when you roll a 5 on sense motive. She says, "Yes, of course. Take it with my compliments." And she escorts you to where you parked your raft, and you're able to make your way safely back to your boat. Your boat has suffered 8 seaworthiness loss while it waited for you.
Oh, I think we're still pretty good though.
Yeah, I think so.
That's like out of like a, what, 150? Something like that?
Something like
some,
that, yeah.
Some obscene amount.
I lost my sticky notes that had the tracking on it, so hopefully we're doing okay.
Yeah, I think you were down to
More than
140 was where you were
Okay.
at.
That seems about right. Like,
And then,
140,
and then you
man.
lost
Hey,
another 10 when
mm.
you pulled it off the ship to make the. So you're now at 122.
Right.
no, I pulled it.
122?
I pulled it off of derelict ships. I didn't.
That's correct. Yep, at 132 then. Sorry. Thank you for keeping me
But I
honest.
pulled it off. I didn't pull it off of our ship. I pulled it off of derelict ships.
Yeah.
Right, which is why you're at 132 instead of 122.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
All right. You take off and begin sailing your way back to Waterdog Port. As you start making your way back out, I would like, let's have our captain give me a just a good old D20 roll. Let me know what you get.
A 12.
Okay. So as you're making your way up, you see there's a couple other ships pretty much neck and neck headed your direction, headed toward the island. And it occurs to you that based on everything you know about this race, if you run afoul of them, they may very well sink you to try to win. You are
Gotcha.
able to adjust course so that you can kind of stay out of their way. So you've noticed them in enough time to do so, but it's going to add one more day of travel for you.
If they're still coming out this way, we're clearly way ahead of everybody. I believe the ship is in good enough condition to last an additional day on the sea. Is everyone all right taking that additional day to avoid possible combat?
I am, but also I have the trapper skill. Could I set a trap for the boats?
A
or something
water
like that?
trap.
Sure. To what
Like Kevin
end?
Costner.
Like to make sure that they don't gain on us and stuff, I guess.
Well, they haven't even been to the island yet.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
never
like
mind that.
passing
Never mind.
each other, right? Yeah.
Right. So the idea is that you're making your way toward Waterdog Port. They're coming from Waterdog Port because remember you had that speed boost on the boat to get you there.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to sabotage them just to sabotage them, you're welcome to.
That goes
Just
against
for
our
funsies.
articles, I think.
Exactly.
That's
Not
fair.
directly, but in a way.
All right. So you start making your way back to Waterdog Port. The journey there is relatively uneventful, and with what you have managed to acquire on from the cave of the demon, you have enough of what's considered plunder that once you arrive at Waterdog Port, you should be able to mount any repairs you need to on the ship.
Woo.
Could I make a request as well that during the trip, very unfortunately, the master artifact that we had, it broke. Oh no, it fell. And I might have tried to absorb something from it.
Absolutely.
That's always knocking stuff off tables.
Yep.
Well, you know, things being knocked off during ship waves
Yeah.
happens, you know, very unfortunate.
Yeah. Completely accidental.
Mm-hmm.
And why are you glowing?
Exactly.
Is it love? You in love with Brisby?
It's Brisby, isn't it? No, it's
What's
the
Captain?
zombie.
It's the zombie.
So to absorb a masterwork, what you must do is make your choice of an intelligence or strength roll, unmodified, against a difficulty of 12.
Mm.
If you have no arcana or masterwork knowledge, you have an advantage on the roll.
I have no arcana, and intelligence is my best bet.
Excellent.
So what was I supposed to roll?
It would be an intelligence roll, and then you'd have advantage because you have no arcana.
Woohoo. Okay, so I rolled an 18.
Excellent. So you're futzing with it and poking at it and trying to figure out how it works, and then you ultimately just smash it on the ground, and the vapors inside of the crystal, you realize the crystal is hollow as these vapors go up into you and you inhale them deeply, and you gain the light spell.
Nice. I have seen the light.
I have absorbed the neon.
And maybe a little bit lightheaded.
That's not healthy.
I think the vapors are argon.
Maybe, yeah, argon, I guess, yeah.
Well, you know,
It's unreactive. It's got to be fine.
So you do gain the light spell as you pull into port at Waterdog Port. You hand over your plunder to start working and make your way to the alehouse where the contest is being judged. You're able to present your proof to the judges. Crowley is already there waiting, well in his cups when you arrive. And I knew I could count on you. He walks up and like slams he's got the lash like around his hand, like rolled up like a cord, and just like slams it into Oz's chest. Like, good show.
He falls back onto a shell and then rolls back up. And like, oh goodness.
As promised, your trinket. And he hands you the
Thank
lasso
you.
of pliability.
Oh well. Oh ho ho.
We are
You're doing quite
now
well, I think.
pliant.
I suppose now all we need is the icy heart of a dragon, which seems like much fun to obtain. An adventure indeed.
Seems like we're going to need a heavier coat.
Crowley
We'll have
says,
to-
"Oh, go ahead."
Yeah, I don't know.
Crowley says, I've spoken with a few of the local rodents. I can introduce you. There is a tap room in the cat quarter. Called the Blissful Slice. Head there, tell them Crowley sent you. You should be able to procure a guide into the underneath. Unless, of course, your ally knows the way to the heart of the dragon. He points over.
Do you, Brisby?
Do I?
You know stories of the dragon.
Okay.
You know that the dragon is a... Give you a little bit of a lore dump here.
Bum, 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 bum.
Give me a moment as I look this up. Thank you for your patience. The dragon is a massive metallic beast that long ago fought a titanic battle. While it survived, its rival severely damaged it, and it has not functioned at full capacity since. You know that the dragon dug a deep hole in the underneath near Waterdog Port, and was too wounded to continue containing the hoard that it carried within itself. So it basically vomited up its treasure hoard into this lair. You've heard rumor that a group of the cult of Labator have made inroads to this dragon, perhaps even worshipping it, but certainly working to bring it back to its full strength. And you know the cult of Labator are experiment fanatics with little care for things like ethics or consent, or they just sort of snatch up creatures and experiment on them.
I relay this story of what I know and add, dragons are hella gross, y'all.
It seems so.
Or yes, in that case, a guide would be lovely.
Beautiful. Make your way to the Blissful Slice. And there you will look for a mouse by the name of Henri.
Good mouse name. Feel good about this guy.
Thank you again for your service. And that's where we will wrap things up for this session. Any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns?
No, much fun.
That was much fun. That was good. It's nice to actually roll above a 10 for a change.
I rolled 3 ones in a row.
You're just saving up your luck for next session, dude. Next session, you're going to just be like busting ass like all over the place.
You are going
to be a ninja mouse. You're going to be Splinter.
You're going to need it. I would remind you that as you have completed a leg of the journey and are able to now rest in the city, you may again advance.
Advance.
We will return. Everyone's good for this time next week. Is that correct?
Yeah.
This
No.
next week we'll be out of town. Actually,
Next week you have a
Kristen.
con. Okay, so it's 2 weeks out from today. Then is that good for everybody?
Yeah,
That works.
that
Yeah,
should
that
be
works.
fine for me.
And
Excellent.
that should even be a little bit better, I think, because I am doing a shoot next Friday and Saturday, but you know how shoots do.
I do know how shoots do. So yeah.
So Sunday
Mhm.
might be a guy too.
All right.
that
So yeah,
hasn't
let's go.
been brought up.
We'll aim for 2 weeks from today. We will return for the. Oh, I just saw a hydrate. Thank you in the chat for the hydrate. I will do that very thing.
I've been doing
Um,
it. Out.
but we'll be back here 2 weeks hence for our trek into the lair of the dragon and probably the stunning conclusion of playing fetch.
So a part of the peripheral appeal of this game is to find out what real world things that we know of
Yes.
are vaguely described in, the terms that our characters would know of them. And I'm able to figure out most of them, but what the heck was that spider all about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I was trying. Is it a vacuum?
So one of the things, a little bit of peeling back the curtain. One of the things about Pugmire is, though the characters do not realize that it is a science fiction setting.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Your magic comes from either nanotechnology that was put into you when you were uplifted, or some sort of futuristic. All the psionics are nanotechnology. When a cat breaks open a masterwork, they're using their own internal nanites from being uplifted to restructure their own DNA to match the power effectively.
Amazing.
So
I always knew cats were Borgs.
So like the alarm tablets you found are like iPads that are just rigged up to see some, like to do facial recognition. If they don't recognize the right people, they make a bunch of noise.
Oh my god.
As an example, not all of the technology that is present in this in the setting is technology that would be contemporary to us.
Okay.
So if you'd imagine some sort of like a future remains disposal that has just gone haywire and isn't.
The really fun trope of like a machine that's supposed to do some good stuff, but when humans are not around to guide it, it just carries out its instructions to an absurd.
I am the bone collector. I collect bones. It appears that you have uncollected bones inside of you.
Exactly.
Give me your
To
bones.
assist you.
Exactly.
I don't want
Oh my
this. What you
God.
want is immaterial to the bone collector. I was not programmed to give two fucks.
So yeah, that's kind of
Exactly.
the high level view of how things work.
I love that.
There's some sort of science fiction reality beneath it. When you look at like magic wands and things, they're generally actually some sort of electronic device or something along those lines. So
Nice.
yeah. So that's
Amazing.
that little peel behind the curtain there. We didn't actually, we dove right into the action today. So before we leave, I would like to have everybody tell us who they are, what they do, who they've been playing, their pronouns, their characters' pronouns, and anything that they would like to promote. And let's start things off this week with Krista. Please give us all of your pertinent details.
Hello, I'm Krista. I have been Oz, our turtle captain, gun dog, I use they, them, or she, her pronouns, and Oz uses he, him. You can normally find me with Kelly over at Dork Tales. I personally am Tuesdays and this afternoon, pretty much immediately after this, where I play a GIF, which was fun to costume. And on Tuesdays we play Call of the Netherdeep. And on Mondays, if you want to come join our Patreon, you can come watch our Strixhaven games live, which I run, which is a lot of fun. But we have just started releasing the previous Strixhaven episodes to the public, so you can come watch those for free live on occasional Mondays where we re-air them, and then eventually they will be on YouTube as well.
Yeah, they show up on YouTube.
It is
like the
a
next
wild
day.
series. Yeah, because they're pre-edited, right? Yeah, you've already got them ready to go.
They're slick.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's a very, very fun game. So I definitely, if you
It's a
like
CW
college
show.
shenanigans, it is a CW show. It's so good.
I don't
And you
wanna
can. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You can also find me occasionally over at Lawful Stupid on Saturdays, where we've had at least one player death, and it's mayhem. And it's my birthday today. I am officially
Happy birthday.
I'm officially in my late 30s.
Happy birthday. I wish I would have known that earlier because I have a house rule that I'll let you take advantage of next session, which is
Okay.
birthday folk get advantage on their dice rolls. So
Heck yeah.
so
I will
that's
do my
my
best to
that's my
remember that
gift
then.
to you for sacrificing a part of your birthday to
Aw.
me. Thank you.
Oh, I'm more than happy to. I'm playing in 3 streams this weekend. It's a great birthday weekend.
Fun.
It sounds like a
If you
glorious way
told
to
young
celebrate.
Krista, yeah, if you told young Krista that they would be spending their 36th birthday just doing every role-playing game possible, they would have been very confused.
Well, I'm glad that I was able to at least partially bring some joy to a joyous occasion.
You did. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and very happy birthday to you. Next up, Kelly, please give us your pertinence.
Hey everybody, I'm Kelly. I am the host over at Dork Tales, which you can find on YouTube and Twitch. I use he and him, and so does Dr. Bones, the corgi crusading adventurer shepherd typey person. You can catch me running Spelljammer in 64 minutes over at Dork Tales, and you can definitely check us out because I run games at least 3 times a week. So, ding!
And I would like to just thank you for providing such badassery for the Doctor. Like this whole campaign so far, the Doctor's just kind of been like small and like, booksy. And then like the fight broke out and it's like full anime superhero.
He needed a demon. Like all the rest is like climbing rocks and like being on a ship and that's all. But a demon! I can kick a demon's ass.
Hopefully that luck.
This is what they trained us for.
Hopefully that luck holds when you fight the dragon.
We will see. We will see. But this was a very, very fun episode.
Well, thank you. I had a blast, and I was glad to see you be able to shine in such an awesome and dramatic and cool way. Thank you very much for being here. And definitely, I threw the link to Dork Tales in the chat. I believe there's information to get to your Patreon from there as well. Correct?
Ooh, there better be. I love that. I love patrons.
If not, there's a link to our Discord, and you can
There you
come
go.
check us out in the Discord.
There are ways. We have ways of getting you to our Patreon. I guess this would be the
We have ways of getting you to our Patreon.
and
Mostly begging.
begging works.
Basically, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Please, I make so little money.
And next up, Tim, please, your pertinence.
My name is Tim Stotts. He, him. I play Brisby. Also he, him. I have a hemp dispensary you can find on Instagram at ACS Plus Hemp. And enjoying the adventure so far. And I regret that I do believe our adventure is going to end like about a week before my birthday. So, that reminds me, Travis, Thanksgiving's coming up. I guess that doesn't really matter. We'll be on a Sunday.
I think it's the Sunday of American Thanksgiving, but that only affects you and me.
It will be. But I mean,
neither one of us celebrates it. So,
well, we're doing crazy stuff for Black Friday, so as long as it's not that Friday, I think we should be good. So,
yeah, I think we'll have something. I think Kelly and I will have something special to talk about on Black Friday anyway. So
That's true.
I can't tell you yet, but you won't be able to get us to shut up about it, I'm sure, that weekend. And well, yes, and a happy early to you as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely check out ACS Plus on Insta, and that leaves us to our cat companion. If you would please, Bianca, give us all of your pertinence.
Yes, hello. My name is Bianca. My pronouns she, her. I work as a content designer during the day, but occasionally dabble with tabletop when the mood strikes and my schedule allows for it. I've been playing Liam. Very stereotype cat. Just summoning my inner cat, essentially. To use as my guiding light for Liam. He is a he.
It has been a joy to watch your inner cat come forth. And I look forward to seeing how that manifests at the capstone of our tale. I guess that leaves me. I'm Travis. My pronouns are he, they. When I'm not running games, I'm writing them. I do want to remind you once again that Scion God is currently on Kickstarter. We're in the last week. We got like 4 days left to get in there, get involved. We're just shy. Last time I looked, we were just shy of unlocking a stretch goal. So if you've not headed over there, please consider doing so. I also want to remind you that the last Friday of every month is Onyx Path Game Night over at Start Playing Games. We like to set up a special night that's set aside for people to run and play our games. We have some space in our Discord for that. You can find out more information there on the Discord. Let's see if the Discord link works. Hey, it does. Look at that. Breach Hall all die, even it underlined. And then, so definitely head over and check that out. And that this month is our, each month of this year, we are celebrating the 10th anniversary of Onyx Path by offering steep discounts on a particular game line. This month's game line is Legend Lore. It's a game that's very close to my heart. I got to work on it a little bit. Steffi Devan was the developer. She did an amazing job putting it together. It's based on the Realm comics from Caliber Comics and the Legend Lore comics. And it's an isekai D&D. So if you ever wanted to play yourself in a D&D world, you can do so. There's guidelines for that. There's guidelines for coming across just as you, or coming across and becoming one of the various peoples that are native to the realm. All sorts of fun stuff, lots of different ways, very inclusive in its design. And I got to make the gunslinger class for it, and I'm super proud of them. So go check that out. And that is available at Drive-Thru RPG for 90% off of its normal price in PDF. That's that's off. So it's like $2, I think, for the PDF. And also, if you head over to our partners over at Indie Press Revolution, the traditional print versions of Legend Lore and the Legend Lore GM screen are both 50% off. So you can get the PDF for all of $2 at the link I'm throwing in the chat now. Or if you head over to Indie Press Revolution, like I said, yeah, 50% off the traditional printed books. They are absolutely beautiful. I have a copy of it right here, and I'm thrilled with how it looks. I'm thrilled with the art in it. I know my screen is going to cause problems, but it is really a beautiful book. And it has everything you need to play, just this and the basic SRD rules, and you're good to go. And with that, I will let everybody off the hook because I know that y'all have a stream to get ready for. So in an hour, head over to Dork Tales. Make sure you're checking out their stream. And in the meantime, let's send some love over to Unauthorized User because they are running some D&D. So let's send them a raid, send them some love. Take care of yourselves, each other. Get a shot if you haven't. Just whatever shot. Doesn't matter at this point. Just go to a doctor and be like, stick me with whatever. It's fine.
You get one shot.
Get 5, 10 shots, whatever it takes. Take care of yourselves, each other. We will see you 2 weeks from now. Have a good one.